Peace. Welcome to the show. Surprise, surprise! Here we go. A second day, a second live stream. You know, I've been missing in action the past few weeks, so I have a little bit of energy today. I'm like, you know what? Let's recoup. So let's do another live stream today because there's also new topics to talk about. There's always something to talk about. And today we are also going to do the after show exclusive to Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. Is there a thing to post here? No. Okay, well, sorry, I'm just trying to see if the after show, oh, there it is. Okay, we'll go. So today, for the Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, after this live stream is over, we're going to have ourselves an after show. There you go. Maybe we could do a little thumbnail moment because we forgot to do it earlier. No? Hi, everybody. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hi, Grant, Mr. POTUS 5000, Jenan Jean-Baptiste Grant, Mahora, Kari, Finley Evans, Zara Justina, Logan Keel, Ollie, Teresa McGuire, Tat, Gloria Recinos, Debbie, Kate Moore, Cinnamon Roll, The Nectarine Man, Kelly Carrick, Mary Smart, Lidovina, Jeanette Freeland, and then we got the Nectarine Man, Pam McNeil, Divana Budget, Nat Error 407. Hi from Bordeaux. Hello, sweetie. Victoria Bolton. Hey, Tuesday afternoon stream. It's 1,000 degrees in New York City. It's pretty hot in LA as well, you guys. Hi, Louie, Hannah, Audrey, Jane, everybody, Trina. How's it going? Let me take a sip of my coffee. Here's the thing. Hello, Barbara Rank. Hi. Empanada a todos. Empanada a todos ustedes. Mucha empanada a todos. Okay, so here's the thing. Velasquez, the whole gang is here, right, Gloria? I know, it's a good day. It's a good day today. I had a feeling. Look, the air conditioning is on. The air conditioning, however, literally obliterates me. You guys, I get headache from air conditioning. My neck usually hurts. I have my blanket here from last year's Target Halloween thing, which sometimes I have to put like around my neck just to like feel better, but then I get too hot and I got to take it away. It's you guys, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. Okay, but we'll go. Like, you guys, it's hot. It's gonna be a hot summer. Oh my god, I have one heck of a show for you. And also the after show is gonna be amazing today. But we're going to touch base on some controversial topics. We're also going to talk about the gossip and the situation in the world today. I mean, Tyler Perry? Can we talk for a second? What we'll go, Tyler. I mean, what happened? Like, this person wants to sue Tyler Perry for allegedly having, you know what I mean? For like doing inappropriate things. So Tyler Perry allegedly was flirty with some male actor, model, and apparently there was some. Oh, by the way, everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything is alleged, just my opinion. And apparently there had been some. Well, this model alleges that he was forced to do things that made him feel uncomfortable by Tyler Perry in order to keep working, be present, be invited to gigs. Tyler Perry, mind you, married to a woman. Not married, or was together with, I know there's a woman. What was it? Tyler Perry has a kid. All right. Well, anybody can have a kid these days. But I'm a little bit like, Tyler Perry? Really? Okay. I mean, I don't get it. Yeah, Yvonne Burns says, hanky panky, we say. Right? Oh, that's very Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Oh, which reminds me, I gotta rewatch Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Oh, Karen says everyone knew Tyler Perry was evil. I didn't know. I had no clue. Like, Karen, really? Look, sometimes I'm oblivious to stuff like that. I thought, like, he was great for the industry. I thought he did amazing stuff to promote, independent cinema. Like, honestly, you guys, I had no clue. So, yeah, Tat is like, I didn't know either. So for me, it was kind of shocking to hear the news because also, to be perfectly honest with you guys, I also had no clue who the other dude was. Still don't know who he is. I don't even remember his name. Like, he's apparently suing Tyler Perry, or wants to sue Tyler Perry for like hundreds of millions of dollars. But I know glue. Oh, Victoria. Hi, Victoria Bolton. Victoria says, I believe it. They have been openly talking about him doing stuff like this for years. Oh my God. Zara, you as well? Zara says, yes, I always thought something was not right with him. Well, ladies, okay. You see, thank you for letting me know. But okay. Teresa McGuire says, what is the word for that being on the down low? Terry. Louis says, nah, a lot of people complain about him. Oh my God, you guys, I've been living on the moon. Yvonne Burns says Tyler Perry made A films. Hi, John Voggs, Cyber Writer. Hi, how's it going, sweetie? Kari says the first one who said loud AI was the future. No need to hire personal more. Oh, that's what he said? Cat Williams had some very choice things to say about Tyler Perry. Debbie says news to me. Blah says, how can I be a member to the Fashion Bunker? Oh, Bubbles just posted a link, says, blah, you can become a member here. And there's a link. So you click the link, you follow the instructions, you can become a member. Yvonne Burns says, Medea is a character he was made starring in his own films. There was another who accused him of something about a year ago, says Sylvie BT. Mary Smart says, there have been whispers. Wow. He settled with the guy who accused him last year, says Victoria Bolton. Sharon says he's a weirdo, and I am convinced he hates black women. His movies always show black women in the worst ways. Error 47 says the decor is lit. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm so sorry to hear this. This breaks my heart. Kelly Carrick says, I've heard things about Tyler. I mean, not the Tyler thing. What breaks my heart is that that you guys are saying that he portrayed black women in a bad light. That is really, really bad. Oh my God, Mahora is trying to make a lighthearted joke saying, Sharon, that's because he loved black men instead. Well, Mahora, the dude that is now suing him seems pretty white to me. Thank you for becoming a Tier 1 member, blah. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. By the way, though, Tier 1 members have access to the first exclusive after show of the month. All the other after shows are for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. Today is a Tier 2 after show. Just letting you know. Don't be like shocked later. You know what I mean? Purple Butterfly says, who are we talking about? Tyler Perry, babes. Tyler Perry. His last film showed Taraji Henson as a complete mess. Man, you guys, you see, hi, Positive Foodie. Boondocks have been exposing him forever. Wow. Okay, yes, all his characters are in peril. Definitely hatred towards women. Oh, love you too, Vlad. Thank you so much. Thank you. This breaks my heart, you guys. Like, why would he portray women so poorly? This is not cool. Not cool at all. Listen, I've been just talking to Gloria yesterday. You know how much I love my mother energy. I think if anybody's going to save the planet, it's going to be women, not men. And Gloria sent me a few more videos. We can't talk about all the political stuff here, obviously, but of women saving the community. Read between the lines. In the past few days, especially in LA, videos of strong, proud Latina women stepping up the game and blocking a lot of nasty stuff and helping people out. And it brought me to tears in a good way. It gave me hope, humanity. And only women have this power. Only women have this power of just standing up and saying, stop it, enough is enough. You know, when they get that mother energy and when they just like say, okay, to the guys dressed up in uniforms, whatever, like, stop acting like total fools. Stop it. Stop it. Protect each other. Love each other. Stop it with the bullshit. And they kind of pushed everyone away and they saved the people. It was such a wonderful scene. So beautiful to see and very heartwarming. Gives me hope. Really gives me hope. Yeah, exactly. Full on abuela rage. You best believe, Hella Barbara Rank. You best believe. Munyamu says we should take the chance since men messed up. I'm telling you, it's a wait. Definitely, I really believe if somebody's going to save us, it's going to be the ladies for sure, because you need that mother energy to save this planet. Chanclas are coming out, baby. It's chancla time. Listen, Linda. No, listen, Linda. We need a good old chanclage. How very bougie. Sky, thank you so much. Oh, we got ourselves the birthday month.
$15.
Happy birthday, sign.
Happy to catch a live from you, Dacob.
Oh, thank you so much, Sky. I'm going to try to do the bronze marker today. Let's see if that works. You never know. We might have to go back to the black marker, but because Sky, you sent one yesterday, I'm going to add another one. Yeah, you see? Hold on. Let me try to... I got to press it. Oh, okay, no, it's coming. Weird. Okay, so it writes on tissue paper, but not... You know what? I think because this is coated... Okay, we're going to have to do the black marker because this is coated with a slight like glossiness. So I think it doesn't take every marker properly. So I'm going to add, yeah, the black Sharpie, you know, the Sharpie works its magic always. We got Sky. Oh, there you are. Thank you so much, sweetie. And Terry. Yes, Quinn.
Teresa McGuire tipped $15.
We got Terry in the house. And we got Terry yesterday too. And I think Terry sent in two, so we're gonna get ourselves a Kenny. Kenny part 2. Kenny part 2 is coming up next, I believe. And so yeah, oh hi Armin Barsegyan. Long time no see. Hey, welcome back. Hi Siobhan. So good to hear about LA. Yes, there is hope in LA, you guys. There is hope in LA. People are not giving up. People are unifying in a peaceful manner, but in a determined manner, obviously. Look, I think there's so much more we can achieve with peace than anything else, in general, you know. Thank you so much, Terry
Teresa
and Kenny.
McGuire tipped $10. From Kenny.
I'm going to add Kenny. Oh, here. Oh, so cute. You got the tip of the T, Kenny. There you are, baby. Woo! The rainbow birthday month. Actually, at this point, it's the birthday week. We're 6 days away from the birthday, 30th of June. On that day, I shall be live streaming, hopefully, if we're all still here. The shirt goes so well with the background, per usual. Thank you so much. Yes, I am actually wearing this slightly tropical shirt because one of the things we're going to do in the after show is going to be talking about the brand new Jurassic World movie. Spoilers are going to happen in the after show because I did watch the movie yesterday and I got stuff to say. And we're going to review the movie. Oh my God, Louis, thank you.
Louis tipped $40. Happy B-Day ho. Love ya.
Happy B-Day ho. Love ya all. Love you too, babes. Babes. Louis. There she is. Ooh, the rainbow. Oh, honey, we're bringing on all the dinos, baby. We're bringing on all the dinos in the after show. You best believe. And, oh, Blah just became a member. Thank you for becoming a member, Blah. So, hi, Kimberly Kidman. Lots of love, fam and Dacob. Hey, lots of love to you too, sweetie. How's it going? So, we got the whole world watching today. Thank you so much. We have a lot to talk about. And, you know, I want to begin with a topic. Look, bear with me, okay? Because it is important. And I think it will... Before I start filming it, because you guys understand me, when we talk in the live stream, it's always different than in a recorded video, watching the video later, because a whole other algorithm works for the posted videos, and sometimes people find the video that don't watch my live streams, and then they kind of don't understand the context, and then they have no clue who I am. But so they kind of sometimes comment out of context, or not within the scope of the context. Hi, Avaris Carmageddon. Aloha, Dacob. Aloha, sweetie. How's it going? And but I do believe that the video that we're about to record now is really, like, really, really important. I think it's a very important analysis on the state of affairs of fashion and luxury at the moment, something that nobody's talking about. Well, let's just film it and see where it goes, and follow me, connect the dots together with me. There is a bit of a trajectory there, but it is very clear by the end of the video what it is that I want to say. Also, kind of when I was preparing for this live stream, when I was preparing this particular topic, I was kind of putting the different dots together, and it hit me. And I realized it as well for myself, and I'm like, oh, this is very clear, and the concept is very clear, very honest, and very to the point. Hi, Misunderstood. So I can't wait to share it with my people. It's probably just like most of the videos on my channel currently, because the algorithm ain't doing it for us. So everything just kind of flops and fails. It's really sad. I don't know if it's because the economy's tanking, so YouTube just doesn't have the same amount of advertisement money anymore, so they don't send, you know what I mean? The algorithm doesn't let too many people discover a video. I don't know what it is, but it's been tragic. With the AdSense revenue lately, also with the views and people funding the channel, like everything is collapsing. And not just for me, before the trolls come and say, it's because you suck. All of the people that I watch, even the really, really big channels, they're getting not even half the amount of views they used to be getting. You know what I mean? Like, even those channels that work so hard to be politically correct about everything, even those channels that are so fake, that are going to try to smile and say everything is fine, I love everything, come, more sponsors, everything is great, use me as your billboard. Those channels that never have an opinion about anything, even those fake ass channels are getting way less views nowadays. So it is a very rough patch we're going through generally. Okay, so I'm very well aware that this is not just my channel. A lot of other channels are going through this as well. So what are you going to do? It is what it is. But as for the state of affairs with the world of fashion and luxury fashion, well, we got things to talk about. And let's film a video. This one's going to be a bit controversial, but it's a good one, I believe. Oh, Sky, we love you, Dacob. You're real and genuine. Thank you. Love you too, Sky. Akulu says, I heard encouraging engagement, like comments, subscribers, and people searching for you directly makes it go up. It does, but we need big numbers to make it go up. Yeah, Yvonne Burns, the pick me YouTubers, exactly. Oh, Avaris, thank you. We love your truth and views on the state of everything, especially fashion. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Kate Moore. Thumb up the stream, you guys. All right, let's do this. Hi, everybody. I have a really important topic today about the state of affairs in the world of fashion and luxury. Now, we talked a lot about the end of luxury, the death of luxury in the past few years, but, it's so interesting. Some people say, oh, enough already, just like with the negativity. I'm like, this is just the state of affairs. And then when I try to find other ways, paths, alternatives to talk positively about fashion, a lot of people seem to not like that either. You just can't make anybody happy these days. I think it's partially the sign of the times we're living in. Everybody's upset no matter what you say. And the second you have an opinion, you lose a lot of followers. So you're not allowed to have an opinion. Well, sorry, that's just not me. I refuse to be the sheep, okay? I have an opinion. And I have analytical thinking and critical thinking, which I utilize to my advantage, but also to understand the world around me. It's good to understand the world around you, okay? Don't just be sleepy-eyed, going through the world kind of ignoring reality. It doesn't do good to anyone, also not to you. So when it comes to the state of affairs in the world of fashion, here's where we're at right now. We're going to talk about it in this video. Of course, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Thumb up the video and subscribe. It does help the algorithm a lot. Thank you very much. I have received a very negative comment yesterday, or a couple of hours ago. And you guys in the comment sections dealt with it, and then my mods dealt with it. I didn't even get the chance to answer. The comment was already obliterated. Way to go, mods. But a screenshot was given to me. Now, here's the thing. I'm just going to read a part of this really single-digit IQ comment. But anyway, so they're talking about me as if I were not in the room, even though you're commenting underneath my video, so I am in the room. But anyway, so they don't say, Dacob, you took a sip of water. They say, he even took a sip of water, counted to 3, but it wasn't enough to manage the anger. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the fashion bunker, or maybe stick to reviewing dolls and action figures instead. The Venom, so not luxury, a masterclass in how to stay clam and keep your cool. I guess they wanted to say calm, but misspelled it and wrote clam. Here's the thing. And this comment came on in a live stream where I did focus a lot on fashion, but also toys. And there were toys unboxings and reviews, amongst things, Barbie lipstick with little dolls inside, and Barbie nail polishes with little miniature Barbies inside. And we were also talking about Jurassic Park, the Jurassic World, the new Jurassic World, Labubu's. Here's the thing, you guys. What this person failed to understand, and what I believe a lot of other people fail to understand, is that when I talk about movies like Jurassic World, TV shows like And Just Like That, when I talk about toys like Labubu, Barbie, action figures like Thundercats, old school movies like Dracula from Universal Studios, The Monster of Frankenstein, The Mummy. What some people fail to understand is that pop culture, including the movies, shows, and toys, is not separated from fashion. Instead, it is the last saving grace of fashion. Let me make this very clear for all the people in the back. It's all connected. I'm not going cuckoo or crazy because on a fashion channel like Super Dacob, I also talk about action figures and toys and movies. I do that because I'm looking for whatever positive is left in the world of fashion. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I'm trying to find something positive. Now, you might say, but toys have nothing to do with fashion. You are wrong. You are very wrong. Let me illuminate you. My co-host, the Birkin, how many people on what is considered the most fashionable and iconic bag of the world, blah, 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 Hermès Birkin, how many people stick Labubus to them? Madonna did it. Cher did it. Everybody's doing it. toy. Fashion. How about Barbie? Somebody said, oh my God, so boring, unboxing a Barbie, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fashion. Maybe you forgot that all of the most famous fashion houses of the world, whether they be luxury or fast fashion, have dressed Barbie. Chanel has dressed Barbie. Christian Dior has dressed Barbie. Balmain made a whole capsule collection dedicated to Barbie. Moschino under Jeremy Scott made a whole collection dedicated to Barbie. Barbie herself was dressed by United Colors of Benetton, by Nuff Nuff in the 90s, by Bob Mackie. Thank you, Nay. This is fashion. When we talk about movies, and you think to yourself, oh, Dacob, stop it. I just want to see the latest gossip. I just want to hear the latest gossip about who Chanel is suing, how much money they're making, what's the latest bag they're releasing. Don't talk about movies. Has nothing to do with fashion. Really? Should we cue in Exhibit A just to show you what Dior is about to do with J.W. Anderson at the helm of Dior as the new artistic director of Dior? Would you like me to show you what he's posting now? Let me show you and let's talk about it. Fashion taking direct shots at pop culture and movies. Bram Stoker's Dracula. We're talking about Universal Pictures Dracula for Dior. This is not a coincidence. The fact that I am upping the conversation on toys and pop culture within the fashion context is not a coincidence, people. You coming for me, trying to come for me, and you fail epically every single time, trying to come for me for like doing these things because you think it makes no sense. It makes no sense to you because you've never seen it before happening on YouTube because nobody else does this. Wait a couple of weeks, wait a couple of months, they're all going to start doing it. But nobody's doing it yet. But I started this conversation just like years ago. I started the conversation about the end of luxury and everybody made fun of me. Now everybody and their mothers are making a video about the end of luxury. Now I'm telling you, the last saving grace currently in our situation at the moment, the last saving grace of luxury is pop culture. It's not a coincidence that Mr. Anderson is utilizing a pop cultural movie phenomenon as a reference for his first iteration at Dior. Ask yourself why he needs to do this. Now, he's going to have his theories. There's going to be a very well-formulated text, PR, marketing to go with this. But I see through the bullcrap. And I can tell you right now, this is showing me that Miss Thing is weak. He's not so sure of himself. Why am I saying this? Because if he were super sure of himself, he would not need to make his first iteration at Dior a piece that references such an iconic pop cultural phenomenon like Dracula by Bram Stoker. Why does he have to lean on to Bram Stoker and Dracula? Why does he have to lean on to a story, a book, a movie series so popular and famous if he were not thinking that he himself alone is not enough to carry Dior to the next chapter? And on top of that, using a book tote that was developed during Maria Grazia Chiuri's time at Dior. This does show me weakness, but at the same time, it also shows me, analytically speaking, from an analytical point of view, where we are right now with the state of affairs in the fashion world. This is the perfect example of where we're at. No longer do these monolithic colossuses of fashion brands, luxury fashion brands, no longer can they just stand on their own 2 feet to continue their legacy, to continue making money. No. Now they have to rely on even more established intellectual properties, franchises, things that have existed before they did. Dracula And Bram Stoker's Dracula was written before Dior founded his company. Also, art is very much connected to fashion. So when I talk about Takashi Murakami, who is an artist, not a designer, in connection to not just Louis Vuitton, but Takashi Murakami, for example, connected to Mattel, creating a whole set of Uno cards with all of his artwork. When I talk about these things and I show you these items, it is not because what is Dacob doing? Has he lost the plot? Why is the narrative all of a sudden all about pop culture and pop culture phenomenons and toys? I'm doing it because that is fashion. And it is extremely fashion at the moment, you guys. It's just that a lot of people don't realize it yet. A lot of people don't realize it yet. And I've noticed, something in my last live stream when we did a lot of topics. We were talking about Burberry changing their logo. We were talking about other brands and situations. But then when I made a video unboxing a dinosaur from Jurassic World, we lost half of the live viewers. People jumped ship. Coincidentally, also, jumping ship is very typical to the latest Chanel movie, the latest Jurassic World movie, so that's a funny little reference, but we digress. And I thought to myself, because I saw the analytics later on, and I'm like, oh, interesting. So people still don't get it. They still think, no, we're going to sit down and talk about fashion on your channel. And talking about fashion on your channel is very limited to a few topics. And if you don't do those topics that we're used to seeing, then we will bail out. Well, I always keep evolving. I always keep the narrative moving. I always want to see where things are going. Things are going in the pop culture direction. Mark my words. That's where it's at right now. So it's going to take some time, but you're going to see that people are going to start sticking around for this type of topics. Obviously, by the time the very big channels get the memo, then all of a sudden everybody's going to credit them for talking about pop culture and fashion, but okay. It is what it is. But it was very eye-opening to me to have this comment left on my channel yesterday or today, and to have the views drop in the portion of the live stream where I do reference pop culture. And I'm like thinking to myself, but you guys, this is where it's at right now. Pop culture, toys. This is literally the avant-garde of fashion currently. Sad that it's just about that, because we've already been there before. This is not the first time that we've been shoved into that direction, and it's not going to be the last time either. But every time fashion is in a difficult situation where sales drop, every time when fashion starts losing its own identity, as is the case right now, because we've been going through a major fashion identity crisis since quite a few years now, every time that happens, towards the end of that identity crisis, the last attempt that these brands make before they completely go ballistic and lose the plot, the last thing they try to do in a desperate attempt to stay relevant is attaching themselves to popular, famous, deeply in culture and pop culture rooted phenomena, branding, ideals, storylines, stuff that is extremely deeply rooted and enshrined in our Occidental culture. And so that's where we're living right now. And I wanted just to make it very clear, because it appears to me that some people don't get the message, and they think that they can throw shade at me by saying, oh my God, you poor thing, look at you reviewing a toy. Oh, bless. I'm like, you don't get it, do you? There's a very specific reason why I'm doing this. So there's that. I hope that I was very clear, but nevertheless, I do have a variety of channels, and I can, thankfully, so I can always focus certain topics on certain channels, And I do have a pop culture channel called Totally Dacob, where it is extremely pop culture referenced. So go subscribe to me over there to see more extreme topics of this kind. Here on Super Dacob, we mix a little bit of everything because fashion is a little bit of everything. Fashion is all about feeling the moment, the times we're living in. And the times we're living in are these, okay? Are these. Remakes upon remakes of Dracula, Labubu's, crazy stuff. I'm telling you, this is where it's at. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And another thing, I know that a lot of people are like not happy, like, oh God, you're going in your educational mode again. Sorry, sorry. I mean, hey, you can also choose to watch other channels that are going to show you yet another unboxing that they got from their latest trip to Hermès with hubby. Okay. Yeah, I mean, some people love to watch 50,000 unboxings of the same Birkin in a different color. If that's you, that's okay. That's okay. You do you. I'm bored of it. I need more. I need more depth. I need to understand what is happening. I need to understand where the world is going, where the fashion world is going, or if it's about to hit a brick wall. Hitting a brick wall is also part of evolution of fashion. It hits the brick wall, it either breaks its head or it breaks the brick wall, but then it stands up again, rebuilds itself, and walks on, like the monster of Frankenstein. A lot of different bits and bobs and pieces glued and stitched together out of thin air, and then with electricity brought back to life. And we keep wearing it, and we keep sharing it. That's fashion, baby. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe. Let's get to 100K and thumb up this video. Love you loads. Never give up on fashion love. Bye. So I hope you guys this was like whatever. You know what I mean? And Mahora says, when will you review a Rose toy? The vibrating kind or the one that works without batteries, or the wind-up version, Mahora? Which one? Chunky Shoes UK, how's it going, sweetie? Love pop culture mixed with fashion. It's so much more fun, even if it's a cash grab. Chunky Shoes UK loves her Moschino pieces by Jeremy Scott. Clara Bixby, love your work, Dacob. I'm a tech designer in the industry and love listening to you. Hello from OC. Hey, Clara, how's it going, sweetie? Thank you so much. Thank you. Lana Marie says, hi, Dacob. Hi, Lana Marie. Hi, everyone. Watching tonight with my boyfriend. He also says hello. Hi, boyfriend. How's it going, sweetie? So now, and because I'm sick and tired. Hi, Joyful Remorse. It was amazing, says Munyamu. Thank you so much, you guys. No, because I like to clear the air. And when people come for me, I don't have an issue with you coming for me. But like, when you lack intelligence and you try to come for me, I'm just like, oh, I'm bored. But I like to clear the air. And also because I didn't read the full comment because it was quite hateful. Do you know that there's a YouTuber, a lady YouTuber that just now, a short while ago, unalived herself because of all of the troll comments and hate comments? And she let it get to her. And this is what I'm not letting. I'm not letting it get to me. Michaela Rains. Michaela Rains is her name. And I mean, it's okay. So hold on a second. We have to, like, seriously? Okay. Michaela Rains is her name. And she decided to end it. 29 years old. So it's just heartbreaking. And really, I mean, how long are people going to let this happen? How long are people going to let the negativity happen? the faceless trolls write nasty comments on other people's content, create hateful Reddit threads just for the joy and pleasure of harming people. She rescued animals on YouTube. That was her channel, was about rescuing animals on YouTube. Millions of subscribers. But she had lots of haters, and they were coming at her.
Misunderstood tip $25. Just a little something to remind you that what you do truly matters.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
shining.
Thank you.
Sparkles emoji. The
Oh,
world
thank
needs
you
your
so
light.
much. Let me add you to the little happy birthday card. Rescuing animals. And people hated on her. 29 years old, and she's like, I can't handle this. And she ended it. Thank you so much, Misunderstood. Trolls and haters. Your comments have consequences. Your comments have consequences. So that's that. What can I tell you? Now, speaking of trolls and haters, I also wanted to talk to you about Hermès, because this needs to be said as well, something nobody says, but we're going to talk about it. I'm going to film a video today. Yesterday I mentioned it. All hell broke loose in the chats, but today we're going to film it succinctly and to the point. I think at this point, there's no more beating around the bush about this. Hermès is the #1 most toxic topic, in my opinion, on social media. Let's talk about it. So, I have never seen more hate and misinformation spewed on social media when it comes to fashion and luxury fashion than when anybody is talking about Hermès. Quota bags, the Birkins, the Kellys. It boggles the mind how much toxicity is connected to this brand. Not because Hermès is toxic. No, Hermès is totally fine. They do what they do. It's the people buying Hermès for all the wrong reasons, wanting to show off Hermès for all the wrong reasons. Entire platforms, websites, forums, Reddit threads, Facebook group chats created, built upon this mythology of toxicity surrounding Hermès. It's really gross. And it's a cultural thing in a way. You know, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding that goes with this brand, how people understand what the brand stands for, interpretations of what the brand stands for. A lot of people don't care about Hermès. They just want the quota bag to show off that they got one. They don't know anything about the brand, or do they care about the brand. A lot of people go even further and say, I don't want just any Birkin. I need the Birkin in the latest seasonal colorway and latest seasonal iteration of leather. And ew, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing the color from last season. So I'm going to show off within my social circles that I have the right connections and the right amount of money to be able to afford the latest items. Well, if that's the reason why you're buying Hermès, then you're buying it for all the wrong reasons. Now, I know that in certain countries and certain parts of the world, it is very much so rooted in the culture of a certain society group to be very victim of whatever social status comes with wearing certain brands, especially Hermès. And it is usually those groups of people that attack. And it is usually them that attack because they live and are raised under such social pressure from their own peers in their own society and culture to outperform themselves. So they judge the whole world according to the same criteria that they are judged with in their own home countries. And this is where a lot gets lost in translation. The intentions are wrong. The energy is very off-putting. And also just the words utilized to describe a situation are just very wrong. And I understand that maybe for you, within your culture, you mystify and you believe in the power of Hermès. You give it almost a deity type of quality. But that's creepy and sick to me and my culture. So we're never going to see eye to eye. And this is why I believe it's so useless for you to come for me, Hermès this, Hermès that, because it means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. I wear what I like. I enjoy it. I like it the way I like it, but I don't care for certain societal restrictions. I don't care to dress a certain way when I go out. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I don't have that urge within me to prove anything to anybody. I don't. I don't care what people think of me. Yesterday, after the live stream, I was rushing to catch a movie on time, and it was rush hour, traffic, and I made it just in time for the movie. But after the live stream, I have makeup and everything. I'm like, I gotta get all the makeup off. I quickly washed my face. I did not powder up. I did not do any makeup. I just put my hair in a bun. No makeup, just a lot of cream to soothe my skin after all the makeup that I had during the live stream. Put a hair clip in my hair, honey. I was basically in my pajamas. And I went out to a social gathering. I don't care what people think of me. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I felt comfortable the way that I was minimally dressed just to feel comfortable. So these certain societal norms that some cultures fall under, pressure-wise, they don't apply to me. And I'm not going to allow other people's beliefs and other people's educational systems to pressure me in any way, shape, or form. The sooner you understand that, and the sooner we're not going to have a problem anymore. So if you want to be miserable your entire life and live within that toxicity of constant FOMO, of constant judgment, of constant being sure that whoever sees you in the right way, as you think they have to see you according to their judgment, belief systems, that's on you. You want to play those sick games? You're going to be miserable your entire life. If you love misery, by all means, be miserable. I know that misery loves company, but I don't like misery's company. So I nuke the existence of said individuals out of my life. Because I don't need that. That's not part of my culture. And unfortunately, Hermès has somehow, through all of these blogs and forums and online groups, has become such a cesspool, such a breeding pool for this sort of venom and toxicity, that it's really not fun anymore. It's not fun. It's not fun to talk about the topic. It's not fun to analyze those bags. Because there's always going to be somebody who is bitter and angry who's going to come to the video to spew some disgusting hate that's connected to their own culture and their own issues, has nothing to do with you, but they just come to shit on your parade. That's what Hermès has become as a topic today. And if anybody from Hermès who actually works higher up at Hermès is watching this, I think this is potentially a reason why you might get a downfall in the future because this is not being stopped. Hermès is doing literally nothing to prevent this from spreading like a cancer. It's really bad. It's come to the point where it's disgusting, really. And the way people talk about the bag that they got, and there's always there's a subtone of bitterness there, of hatred, of like, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Just let it go. Let it go. Why can't there be just an easy breezy talk about this? It's a freaking bag. Okay? It's a fashion brand. It's not a deity. It's not a religion. Chill the F down. Seriously. Because if all of your frustration and attention and desires and whatever you got going on in your brain, if it's all focused on that and proving to the others that you can do this, that you can own that you can buy this, that you have the contact to that, if that is your end all be all, then you're miserable. Like, you are fundamentally miserable. And it's going nowhere. It's going nowhere for you. It's also going nowhere for the brand. It just tarnishes the brand. And it also, quite frankly, tarnishes the pleasure that the rest of us have. Like, for those of you who know me and my channel, I buy what I like. And from Hermès, there's a few things I really like, and I bought them, including, some of their jewelry pieces, which I wear every day. My frisbees, my dog frisbees, my horse riding crops. Yeah, I do have a Birkin because I love it, but I'm like, yeah, this is my Birkin. I don't need to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why? Just like I don't need to have 50 frisbees. Just like I don't need to have 50 bracelets. That obsession of constantly devouring more and more and more and judging the ones who don't devour as much as you, but at the same time judging the ones that got a version of the bag that you couldn't get. So you're judging the ones that don't have it, but you're also judging the ones that have something that you don't have, but you're also judging the others for the way that they're walking on the street as opposed to how you're walking on the street, but you're also judging the others for the job that they have as opposed to the job that you wish you had or have, but you're also judging the others because of their family structure as opposed to yours, but you're also judging the others for having a certain type of cultural background as opposed to yours, but you're also judging the others if they perchance have a different religious belief than you do, but you're also judging the others for having a different education than you have, but you're also judging the others for having a different political set of beliefs than you do. You're miserable. You're fundamentally miserable. You're never going to be happy. You can buy 500,000 Birkin bags. You will remain miserable because you lack the fundamental core of what could potentially make you happy in this lifetime. What you're lacking is emotional intelligence, empathy. That's what you should focus on. Get that sorted out. Get that fixed. Fix your heart before you fix your wallet. Fix your heart before you fix your judgment. And then maybe we can talk. But until then, until you have not fixed all of that, you have nothing to look for here on my channel. You have nothing to look for with me. You have nothing to say to me. You have nothing to show to me. And you have nothing to say that I would possibly ever be interested in hearing or learning from. Because you have nothing to teach. And if you have nothing to teach, then there's no reason for us to have any form of communication whatsoever. The toxicity within this Hermès community is just on another level of disgusting. That's all. I know you'll let me know your thoughts down below, but either way. 2025, what can I say? Yay! Subscribe, thumb up the video, love you loads. Never give up on love. Bye. Okay, so you guys, no, because I really needed to get this off my chest. Thank you. Nay says you have described my parents. Ooh, that's a tough one, Nay. Mahora is like, ate them up. And you know they still won't get it because they're too dumb to get it. And they're still going to comment some stupid bullshit that nobody cares for. Jenna Jean-Baptiste, people need to just drink water and mind their own business. Period. Crazy Cat Lady Joe says, oh my God, I just saw your title. I hope you're okay. I'm great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Avaris says, you have described most of my Asian family, says Avaris. I made it a point in the video to not mention any particular culture. You said it, I read it. Kelly says, I'm glad you did. Thank you. Mahora is like, 7 + 1 = what? Velasquez is like, well, you made your point clear. Cybervita says, my family. Nay says, I always feel so emotionally charged and fed by these conversations. Like-minded souls. Thank you. Like-minded souls. Thank you. Karen says, maybe if kindness was something you could buy at Hermès, they would find it in their hearts. Karen, if kindness was something you could buy at Hermès, they would be shopping at another brand. Oh, you best believe. You best believe. Seriously. No, for real, you guys. Like, you know? And I'm saying this because, like, it's enough. It's all fun and games until it's no longer fun and games. Like, we're at a point in history right now where these are very dark times. And, like, we got to set our priorities very straight. Very, very straight. We got to set our priorities very straight. And we do not have time to lose. Yesterday in the cinema, and I'm going to talk more about this in the after show, but I sat down next to this couple. Obnoxious. Obnoxious. And they were right next to me. 2 of them. The second they sat down, they started talking. I'm like, you're in a cinema. Can you whisper? No. Instead, they're commenting throughout the entire movie out loud to each other, betwixt each other. And I'm like looking at them like, I did not pay a movie ticket to listen to you 2 hoes blabber on about crap. I paid to listen to the movie. Now, the Dacob of a couple of years ago, I would have gotten into a verbal discourse with them and I would have said, hey, zip it. We're in a cinema. We paid for silence from the viewers and we paid for the audio from the movie. But no, the Dacob of today is like, I have no time for this bullshit. So the first thing I did, I stood up a little bit. I looked in the room in front of me. I was in a seat very far back. I checked out where where were a couple of seats that are empty. I located a spot. The movie had already begun, so everybody who was going to see the movie already came into the cinema. So I just stood up. I apologized to all the people that were in my row that I had to move away to pass through. And I'm like, my apologies, excuse me. I got to go. Left, found the spot that was empty, sat there, and it was peaceful. I avoided the confrontation with those idiots. They looked at me like they felt offended. You know, like, what? We're not good enough for you? I'm like, you don't get it and you never will. You don't get it and you never will. But I saved time. I saved my nerves, stood up, moved to another position, sat down, and was good to go. The audacity. People have no sense of respect whatsoever. Whatsoever. Hi, Kev. How's it going? No respect. I'm like, you're watching a movie. You're not in your living room. Why do you think somebody wants to listen to your stupid comments? Said out loud, borderline screaming them out. Like that's how loud they were. No words. Anyway. I'm just like, 2025. Let's just survive another year. You know, let's try to get through another year. And then another, and then another, and then another, and then hopefully things will get better. That's why people watch it at home now. They don't want to deal with all of that. No, seriously, dealing with other humans, it's like, were you just birthed out of a cave? Do you have zero social skills? Like, where were you? I mean, these were grown-ass people. They were like in their 30s, 40s. Like, did anybody ever teach you how to behave in public? No? Nothing? Respecting other person's space? No? Never heard of that? Shocked. Shocked. But anyway, it was so annoying, Terry. Like the first couple of minutes of the movie were ruined for me because of them. Yeah, but Nina T, that's a good point. Theaters are too German-fested and dirty to go visit, at least in our area. Yeah, it's also gross. And I'm always terrified of bed bugs. You know, I'm like thinking to myself, so I always wear like really tight, like pants, everything really closed, vacuumed, because I don't want anything to crawl in. So there you go. Kate Moore says, people suddenly forgot how to behave, and I see it everywhere. Avatar says, I hate that. And if they don't shut up, I'd better change seats. Yeah, I changed my seat. So, yeah. Oh, hi, Cecilia. Another live already. Yay. Oh, hi, Holy Grace. How's it going, sweetie? Carissa says, bedbugs, new fear unlocked. Yeah. You know how easy it is to get bedbugs at a cinema? Girl. I would never go to a cinema in shorts, or if I were a girl, I would never go in a skirt. I would always wear pants, long pants, no t-shirt. Or if you have a t-shirt, like put a jacket on. Kev says, are you protected if you show up in vinyl or latex? Well, you're going to sweat a lot, but I guess you'd protected. Of course, Mahora, they enter, yeah. We'll go. Cecilia says, I fell asleep yesterday halfway through as it was past midnight. Aw, sweetie. Well, we're back again. Hi, Chris James. Portugal time and Dacob Stream finally aligning. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, Kelly Carrick, of course there can be bugs. Ooh. Yeah. Carol says, literally new fear unlocked. Yeah, Avaris says, good recommendations for how to be protected in cinema. So tight clothes, pants, and jacket. Yeah, the ICU waiting room at my hospital has been infested so many times. I'm telling you, you guys. I like to talk at the cinema, but generally there is nobody to watch the films I like. I bring my dog as well. Oh, cute. Mahora, what did you pull out and spray it all over the cute guy at the kiosk asking you for the name of your perfume? You pulled what out and sprayed it all over him? Yes, a hazmat suit would be the best, Kelly. Yeah. Like Naomi Campbell when she flies business or first class. Um, oh, Avatar says, thank God we don't have bed bugs here because of the weather. When I travel, I forget to think about that. Oof. Kanan's eyebrow, but didn't you go yesterday in your comfy clothes? Yeah, of course I did. Of course I went in my comfy clothes. Yvonne says, better bring back carbolic soap. Nothing lived on that stuff when you washed with it. But doesn't that like dry out the skin terribly? I think that dries out the skin a lot, doesn't it? Oh, he's going to buy it allegedly, Mahora? Good for him. Nay says, I love that one Seinfeld episode where George is acting the opposite of how he usually is, and he goes TF off on those dudes at the movies. Mm-hmm. Trina says, you're all making me itch. Oh, you were wearing vanilla powder by Matière Première. Lovely. Anyway, you guys, we got another topic. What was it? Okay, so, uh, are we filming this topic? I forgot. The caring suing. No, right? Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I guess. Let's film it. We're never going to use it, but let's film a topic, you guys. So this one was sent to me by Kev. Thank you, Kev, for the topic. Gucci and YSL are suing. So, look, they're claiming sample sale code's authenticity claims are a lie in a lawsuit reported by the fashionlaw.com. Now, this is interesting because, well, it seems as though, Gucci, YSL, the whole company, it seems like they're not doing very well. I mean, they reported their quarterly and yearly earnings and they dropped quite a bit. So, what do you do when you're not selling anymore? You start suing anything and anybody you can to try to get more money. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So you allegedly sue because you want the money. And TFL says a company that markets itself as a trusted purveyor of excess stock from luxury brands is at the center of a new lawsuit waged against it by two of the brands that it claims to have worked with. In the complaint that they filed in a federal court in New York just this week. Can you believe? So Gucci and YSL sued In the Know, alleging that In the Know sold counterfeit goods while falsely claiming to work with the brands. Haven't we heard this before? Wagaka wagaka. Looking at ya. The lawsuit centers on the company's use of authenticity guaranteed language, which aims to dupe consumers. And we talked about this in the past as well with other companies where I told you guys, nobody really can claim that the pre-loved products that they're selling are authentic to the brand that they claim that they're selling, except the brands themselves that manufactured said items. By this, what do I mean? I mean that In the Know, the company, legally they cannot claim we guarantee authenticity of this Gucci bag if they didn't get a direct confirmation from Gucci itself that the bags are authentic. So you can do entropy, all the other forms of authentication that are out there. You can have third party look at the bag, inspect it, and they can give you their opinion They can tell you, in my opinion, this bag looks authentic. But you can't say as a third-party authenticator, no, I guarantee you this bag is 100% authentic. But if you are not Gucci yourself, then you cannot claim that that alleged Gucci bag is authentically Gucci. So this is what the lawsuit is about. The Kering-owned fashion brands are seeking damages, an injunction, and an accounting of in-the-nose profits. Cecilia Brown says, exactly, that's why I'm not keen on high-end luxury second-hand products. It is really, really difficult, because how are you going to believe and be sure that the product, the second-hand product you're purchasing, is authentic? Just by that third-party seller telling you, no, we guarantee this Gucci bag is authentic. No, you don't. You are not Gucci. You cannot guarantee that. You cannot guarantee that. Mahor is asking an interesting question in the chats. Why, wait, so department stores also can't claim their products are authentic? With department stores, it's different, Mahora. Department stores do not sell pre-loved items if the department stores you're talking about are selling new products. In order for a department store to be allowed to sell any brand, they need a license, they need a permission from the brand owners to sell said brand, in which case the department store has a designated sales team, the buyer for the store, or if it's a sort of a store-in-store concept, boutique-in-store concept, sometimes the brands own their own little corner shops within a department store, in which case they will deal with their own buying. But in the case of having a license agreement, in which case your department store has a deal with Kering to sell certain items from the brand Gucci owned by Kering, and your department store has a contract with Gucci/Kering, then your buyers from your department store will go to the showrooms to buy directly from Gucci a certain amount of products. Gucci will deliver them to your department store, and then you have the permission to sell said items that you purchased probably at wholesale from Kering/Gucci, and then you can sell them in your department store. But let's say in your department store you have a pre-loved section. Some department stores have that, where people can also bring certain luxury products or non-luxury products that the department store kind of curates, and then they have their little corner where they sell pre-loved luxury items or pre-loved fashion items. That's a different story, because if you're selling a pre-loved Chanel bag in your little corner pre-loved section of your department store, but your department store is not actually working with the Chanel brand, you cannot claim that that Chanel bag that you're selling in your pre-loved little corner is 100% authentic, guaranteed authentic Chanel. You can't do that. So that's the difference. Holy Grace says, in regards to pre-loved, I don't think anyone can 100% guarantee anymore, not even the stores, hence the fakes getting returned to the boutiques. That's a big problem as well, and we have seen this happening with many luxury brands, and I mean even really, really big ones, where de facto people purchase directly from the boutique, from the mono label boutique, the mono brand boutique, a product, and then they claim that it was not authentic. Then they bring it back to the boutique, and what are you going to do? You know, a client can also lie. A client can purchase the authentic bag from a boutique, go back home, switch it with a fake one, come back to the boutique and say, hey, you sold me the fake one. I'm returning it back to you. Now, there are ways that brands can avoid this. A lot of brands have implemented utilizing authenticity checks, authenticity markers, authenticity microchips in their products. Louis Vuitton has been doing that for a while now. So, for example, with Louis, they used to have their little stamps, like production date stamps in their products. They don't do that anymore. Now those codes are gone, but instead you will find, so for example, here I have in front of me a little tiny packing cube in small that I use for my cosmetics and makeup for my shows. So in the past, they would always have a little like extra leather tab somewhere here, like it would be somewhere on the side there or there, and then you would kind of see on that leather tab little etched in date stamp and stuff. And now they don't do that anymore. Instead, they hide within the canvas. So in this case, behind, I know because I scanned it myself. So here behind this little tag and the canvas here, there's a little microchip there. So I can find the microchip there, like on your phone, you can download an app to find microchips. It cannot read the microchip, but it detects a microchip. So this bag has a microchip in it. And I can see my app responds to the microchip, and I know that it's there, but the microchip itself doesn't have any data on it. Interesting. So you can't manipulate the chip. What does the chip do? In the case of Louis Vuitton, the chip is a key, which is very fascinating. So when this little bag was produced, all the information about this bag was generated within the LVMH data system. So this little bag has information on which factory it was produced in, which country it was produced in, the date it was produced, and it also has the intel on which Louis Vuitton shop this little bag was sent to be sold, or or if the little bag was made to be sold online on the Louis Vuitton online website. Now, when you purchase this little bag, Intel is also added. I think they also add Intel to their online system, internal system of LVMH and Louis Vuitton, like what date it was purchased, and even the client it was sold to. So, if I were to go to Louis Vuitton today and bring this little packing cube to them and I say, could you please let me know if this is authentic? They're probably going to tell you they're not allowed to. But if they wanted to, within their system, when they scan this microchip, okay, this microchip, all it does, it's like a key. It unlocks the information that they have on their system about this little bag. I don't have the information about this bag on this chip, but this chip is a key to unlock the information they have on their system, which you understand makes it almost impossible to hack it. A faker cannot put in a chip in here to use as a key to unlock and generate information on their end, on their computers about this bag. Impossible. I mean, never say never, but you know what I mean? It's really difficult to hack. And so you bring this to them. If they do accept, and this is where having a relationship with a sales associate long-term is really important. If you've been working with the same sales associate for many years and there's a trust between you two, and you tell them, hey, I've been buying from you all these years, I just bought, but since this item has been discontinued, I had to purchase it pre-loved. Could you please do me one and scan to see, if it's authentic? And if you have a good rapport with your sales associate, they might just do it. They scan it on their system, and in their computer, then boop, all the intel appears. If this thing is authentic, it will say, mini packing cube, made in Italy. That's the date it was made in, tick, 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 and then we see if the intel matches. So this is also how a lot of luxury brands, and not just luxury brands, also regular fashion brands, a lot of them work in this way with the system, which makes it really difficult for you to bring back a small leather good or a bigger leather good to certain boutiques and claim, hey, I bought it here, so I'm bringing it back now because I think it's fake. Well, then they're going to scan it and be like, you didn't buy it here. Unless somebody working at said brands is doing some shady business. There are shady people out there. Some sales associates might be running a little subterfugeous operation behind the scenes, and they might not scan the little tiny packing cube that you purchased in the Louis Vuitton shop. Instead, they act like they scanned it in their system. They sell it to you, you pay, you take it away. I mean, obviously in their cash register, they have to register that what you bought. So I don't know how it works if you're going to pay in cash, if they can do some weird stuff, but usually people pay with card when they're shopping for these things. So the moment that they scan you in the system, like that they swipe the card for the payment, they give you a bill and a receipt, your name is on that receipt. That receipt also states exactly which product you bought with them. So I think for Louis Vuitton, it's harder for sales associates to fake something like that. Unless they don't scan the real bag, go into the bag to pack it up for you, and then they keep the real bag but pack up the fake one for you. That, if they can do that and get away with it, this I do not know. Because as you know, with luxury brands, they don't wrap these products up in front of you. You decide what product you want, and then they take it away from you. They go into their back room where they wrap it up in a box for you, and then they bring out the wrapped packaging for you. You pay, you go home, and then you unbox it when you get home. But you don't know what they did in that back room while they were wrapping up your little packing cube. So that's a little bit tricky. That's a little bit tricky. But usually, if you trust your sales associate and you've been working with them for a while, I don't think that would happen. Anyway, so in this case, according to the June 4 complaint, Gucci and Saint Laurent claim that In the Know has engaged in trademark infringement and counterfeiting, false advertising, and unfair competition as a result of its sale of handbags and belts that bear counterfeit versions of their famous YSL and Gucci trademarks. To make matters worse, the two Kering-owned fashion companies allege that in addition to offering up infringing goods, In the Know, which has offered up goods from Valentino, Loro Piana, Moncler, Bottega Veneta, Givenchy, Golden Goose, and Chanel, among other brands, as part of its sample sales, went further by explicitly assuring customers that the goods at issue are brand approved and authenticated. In the Know, which holds itself out as a brand new luxury sample sale destination in the heart of New York City, advertised the counterfeits as authentic and authorized goods by way of a statement guaranteeing the product's authenticity. Specifically, Gucci and Saint Laurent point to In the Know's display of a statement on its e-commerce site that aims to convince consumers that the products had been vetted and approved by the brands themselves. Authenticity guaranteed. Shop with confidence. Our authenticity guaranteed badge. Our authenticity guaranteed badge means every product you purchase is 100% genuine. We work directly with brands to ensure quality and integrity. In the Know, which holds itself out as brand new. I read that one already. Gucci and Saint Laurent characterize In the Know's authenticity guarantee statement as categorically false and argue that its use of language like 100% genuine and we work directly with brands does more than confuse consumers. It aims to intentionally deceive them. The brands assert that In the Know's marketing and sale of the goods at issue has caused and will continue to cause irreparable damage to them, their business, and their goodwill. And in fact, Gucci and Saint Laurent claim that because of how In the Know holds out the products, they directly compete with Gucci and Saint Laurent's sale of these same products. With the foregoing in mind, Gucci and Saint Laurent are seeking a permanent injunction, statutory and treble damages, disgorgement of profits, attorney's fees, and a full accounting of sales tied to the allegedly counterfeit products. In other words, they are looking to get all the money that In the Know earned by selling said alleged fake products. Because obviously, if they're not selling as well as they used to, it's in their interest. It's always in their interest to protect their trademark, copyright, of course, integrity of the brand. But it's also not bad to make some extra bucks on the side if your brand isn't selling very well at the moment. Allegedly. Oh, the dark times we're living in when luxury brands go after all of these retailers just to kind of make ends meet. Allegedly. Let me know your thoughts down below. 'Tis the end of luxury, baby. Subscribe down for the video. Let's get to 100K. Bye. So funny, innit? What can I tell ya? This is where it's at, you guys. We're living in really dark times. Looks like Caring needs it based on the last YSL show for men. Oh, was it bad? I didn't even see it. I did not even see it, y'all. You know, oh wait, so Tyler Perry we also did. Hold on. Oh, the latest show, Kev? I haven't seen it yet. Kelly says it's pathetic. It's so bad, you guys. Hi, Maria. What are you wishing for your birthday, Dacob? Oh, Maria, peace in the world. Seriously, at this point, I'm like, I know it's a lot to ask, but just can we like have some peace? I would like to have one day where I can wake up and not worry about the news. Just for once. Just like to wake up and feel safe, feel comfortable, feel happy. Just one day, you guys. Just one day to wake up and feel relaxed. And you know what else I wish? I wish I could sleep one night 8 to 10 hours without waking up in between. My sleep has been terrible. Um, just the anxiety is all over the place. I mean, for where the world is going to. I sleep 4 hours, 3 hours, sometimes 5, tops 5 hours. That's like on a good night. But usually it's 3 to 4 hours. And then I wake up and I'm like, bad dream, or my back hurts, or something. It's always something. And Siobhan, right? I know, me too. REM sleep needed. Yeah. Claudia Bowl says, how do you find balance by staying in touch and taking a break from the heaviness? I honestly, I don't. I think that's why I'm so exhausted, because I don't find, Brown Bunny, Dacob, you're serving? Thank you, Brown Bunny. So kind of you. I don't find a balance. I'm literally a nervous wreck. I think the only thing that helps me is like things that kind of trick me into taking my mind off of things. So, for example, I love watching astrophysics channels on YouTube because they take my mind to a distant, faraway universe. People, scientists talking about all the different planets that are being discovered, all of the new suns and the stars being discovered. Um, I've been following the Oumuamua. Wait, how did I pronounce this correctly? Where are my Hawaiian friends to correct me? Oumuamua. I've been following the whole case of the Oumuamua passing by Earth, and everybody is thinking that it might have been an alien shard of a derelict of an alien ship, but some other scientists believe that no, it's just a rock. And Avatar, when I was really, really young, yeah, I miss the days when I slept 12 hours straight. Now I only sleep 8 or less if I'm stressed, yeah. Oh, I miss those days when I would just black out and sleep for 12 hours. Oh, those were the days. Not a care in the world. Sibylla Delphos, I'm preparing a presentation on quantum physics and yoga while I listen to you, Dacob. Oh man, Sibylla, that sounds amazing. Jaime, how's it going? Right now, I wish I were a Labubu. Me too. One of those Labubus they put in a plastic container that's shaped like a Labubu, and then they're just like protected in their little bubble and just like living their life. Avaris, me too. I miss being a kid and teenager, being able to pass out, sleep anywhere. Ah, those were the days. Oh, the Nectarine Man. Yeah, you were asking me about Star Talk. You fall asleep. You go to sleep listening to Star Talk. It's your peaceful place. Well, Louis just fell asleep listening to the live stream, but he woke up again. Good morning. Latoya Andrews watching Nova used to give me anxiety attacks. Oh, really? I found this. No, what's the channel I watch lately? It always pops up in my like recommended YouTube videos. Oh man, what's the name of the channel? I forgot. They do longer videos, like over an hour. I forgot. But they talk about, faraway universes, galaxies, all the other stars being discovered, and like the hypothesis about other life forms and other planets and how they would look like. Mauricio almost fell asleep during the first hour of Mission Impossible Final Reckoning since there was so much flashbacks and exposition. Oh my gosh, that sounds boring. Um, Maria says, a client told me she found out her taking away mirrors from her bedroom made her sleep good. A feng shui thing. I Okay, yeah, I'm thinking, no, I took out, there's no mirrors in my bedroom. Letty says, there's scientific evidence that thinking about the cosmos lowers your anxiety and relaxes the nervous system. Not for everyone, but for some, it's very useful. I personally love it too. Yeah, Letty, hi Letty, by the way. It really relaxes me. Louis says, you make me fall asleep. You and somebody else. Michelle says, sometimes I fall asleep watching your perfume channel. It's so relaxing and dreamy in a way. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I will be doing a special review in the after show today, by the way, for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. So you get to see a preview of a perfume review. And Kev, somebody else, I know. Robbie says, do you remember in Sir of with Lena Nimoy? No. Do I? Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, Cinnamon Roll says, I mean, it says that a mirror may trap your soul while you sleep. Well, they also say don't fall asleep with makeup on because your soul exits your body, and then when it comes back because of the makeup, it's like you're wearing a mask. Your soul won't recognize your face, and it's not going to come back into your body. There's that fear unlocked as well. Oh, Debbie says in search of. Okay. No, I don't. Did I watch that? I don't know. Alina Poe, there are some videos about satellites. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me scroll up. Like Voyager and what they found. Ah, yes, I like that, Alina Poe. Yeah. I meant it says that a mirror may trap. Oh, sorry, read that one. A Nectarine Man says, when you attempt to grasp how small we are, it puts out little issues into perspective. Totally. Totally. Feeling tiny in this infinite space, it gives me peace. And to sense that silence and the vacuum of space, it really relaxes me. Karen says, your soul leaves your body when you sleep with a bra on. Oh my God. Kev says, would your soul look like you before or after plastic surgery? Huh. Why don't we ask Anna Delvey? Did you see? Kev, did you send me the Anna Delvey video, or was it somebody else? Hi, Manvi Bargava. Hey, I love your videos. Looking forward to your content. Thank you so much. Your perfume videos keep me sane and relaxed, Dacob. So much needed these days. Thank you. Thank you, Letty. Well, more are coming your way. Oh, yeah, Kev, you sent me the recent look. Y'all, Anna Delvey, I was shocked. Kev sent me like a video, like a couple of photos of her before, well, the court case, the court trial and everything. And now she's like, she looks like a Russian Kardashian now. Which, we'll go. Like, she had no lips before. Now the lips are like that. Like, eyes are snatched and lifted, jawline done, the nose is straightened. It's insanity. Black hole sucking up whole galaxies, babe. Well, Latoya, look, the black hole sucking up whole galaxies. Latoya, did you know that there's a group of scientists that just a short while ago hypothesized that in reality, allegedly, we are in a black hole, which would explain a lot of the crazy shit that's happening and all of the glitches in the matrix. And I find that theory particularly interesting. Obviously not provable, but for me, not provable, but it's interesting. We might just be existing in a black hole. Kelly Carrick says we are the black hole, and Mahora is going to say, and we have a black hole. Oh, the dark sun theory as well. Mahora says we are a universe stuck within a parallel one, which is what David Lynch hypothesized. And in his in Twin Peaks, particularly season 3, The Return, he had Monica Bellucci sit in front of him or in front of Dale Cooper and say something to the effect of, we are dreaming in a dream for somebody else's dream. And then she says, but the question is, who is the dreamer and who is dreaming and who is being dreamt up? Yeah. Debbie says, my math from university was correct then. Debbie, what? You did a mathematical equation to prove like that we exist in a black hole? Yup, Aish, there you go. Aish just showed her lovely black hole. Thank you, Aish. And Gloria is like looking at Aisha's black hole. Isn't that lovely? The chicken and the egg, Kari. Oh, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Yeah. Latoya Andrews says, allegory of cave and matrix. Oh, Debbie says, yes, it was marked wrong. Okay, so we're not living in a black hole. Yeah, Michelle, go down the rabbit hole of quantum entanglement. It's a vibe. But then I like to mix that up, just to answer your question, like, what do I do to kind of get my mind off of things? Then I mix that up with prehistoric stuff, like extinct dinosaurs. I watched the Jurassic Park movies. I watched National Geographic videos on paleontology, archaeology, stuff like that interests me as well. Cinnamon Roll says, they solved the one of the chicken and the egg. I think the answer is the chicken. Huh. Kev says, what's on the other side of the hole? A lot of pleasure. Okay, Mahora says, Debbie went into a black hole and came out of a moose's ear hole. It was all about the moose all along. Debbie has not seen a moose in years because you're in one. Sibylla says, in yoga, it is said that the whole is Brahma and that we are a part of it and that it is trying to find itself through us. Ooh, interesting. Latoya says, chicken makes sense. Latoya, honey, chicken makes sense for me too. I would love to eat some right about now. I've also seen scientists do a calculation You remember we were talking about this a couple of years ago here in the chats? Like, if you put chickens against a T-Rex, who would win? Statistically, you would be shocked. The chickens would win. Yeah, they did a whole scenario of like a simulation of chickens and T-Rexes attacking each other, and the chickens won. Can you believe? It's always been, it's always been about the chicken. Right, Siobhan? We need some good din-din. Chicken dinner, baby. In another universe, Zara is the peak of luxury, says Alina Poe. Well, according to our dear elegant and affluent lady, apparently it is. If we were to like line up all the videos she made about Zara in her career, Anna Bay, as opposed to all the other topics, I'm like, she's literally the spokesperson for Zara, allegedly. Chickens are the most stable animal while running, says Latoya. Jaime says, chicken is definitely more delicious than dinosaur. How do you know? Have you ever eaten a dinosaur, Jaime? I love how Jaime is so sure. He's like, chicken is definitely more delicious than dinosaur. I'm like, what sort of animals do you have in your backyard? Making me hungry for some rotisserie chicken right about now. Me too, babes. A pelea de gallos. Making me hungry for some rotisserie chicken. Oh, sorry, I read that one already. I was just looking at Dadia's shirts and products. Is that moose still around? Asks Mahora Debbie. Debbie's like, what moose? She's in it, Mahora. She don't know. Don't tell her. Don't ruin the fun for her. Someone that always tries to run under my car. Wait, the chicken tries to run under your car? Chickens are little dinosaurs. Yeah, Kelly, I can totally see that. Little tiny velociraptors. You know, little peckish little critters. Oh, Debbie lives in the trees like the Ewoks. And Anna Moose Bay. And I mean, would a chicken, okay, what would you say if a chicken okay, so an egg said yes, we'll go? Um, well, I hold the T-Rex like Teruka holds Titty. There you go. I know, Michelle, they do dino-shaped chicken McNuggets. Ah, so cute. So cute. It's just trying to cross the road, says Gummy. Yeah, the T-Rex is just trying to cross. Oh, the chicken is trying to cross the road, as we all know from the joke, but then ends up under the car. Hi, Nina. How's it going? So yeah. And a herd of chickens, my dear elegant mooses. Moosies. All right, Linda. Listen, Linda. Nina says, where's my comment? Nina, your comment is right there. And you said, oh, today is a good day. Hello, darling Dacob. It's a good day today. Dacob is live streaming. Hey, Nina, the dino chicken is really good too. Costco, says Robbie Lorraine. Look, I love my McDonald's. I'm not sponsored by them, although really I should be at this point, but I really like their crispy chicken. The new one that is like in the shape of a triangle. For all my people living in the United States of America, I got a tip for y'all. If you go to McDonald's and you order the crispy chicken sandwich, depending which state you're in, it's going to cost you like, I don't know, $6-7. They usually give you like 3 little uh, pickles, little slices, 3 slices of pickle, and bread, like $7 or $6. But the chicken is breaded. You don't need the bread. If you go to McDonald's And instead of ordering the crispy chicken sandwich, you tell him, I just want the crispy chicken with 3 slices of pickle, no bread. The price goes from like $7 to $3, or like from $6 to $3. That's how I order my crispy chicken. And they put it in a little bag for you that keeps it warm. Super cheap. It's like the bread costs like more than the chicken. Okay. So, and until they don't correct that, and until McDonald's doesn't realize, we're winning, baby. We are winning, baby. We are winning, baby. And I'm telling you, that chicken is very breaded, highly breaded. So you don't, it's breaded. So you don't need the extra bread on top and bottom. It already comes, nicely fried, breaded, whatever. And, oh, so good. Great hack. Great McDonald's hack for y'all. Latoya is like, I'm going to tell them. No, Latoya, don't tell them. Keep it a secret. What do you think about Carl's Jr.? I tried the chicken stripes and loved them. I'm not a big Carl's Jr. fan, but yeah. I haven't tried their chicken stripes, so I would have to try them out first before I can give an assessment. Okay, the crispy chicken menu here is $5. Wait, the menu? Wait, no. That's a different chicken. You're in Europe. That's a different chicken. Wait, we're talking about a different chicken, y'all. Let me show you the chicken here. It's very different. Snitches get stitches, says Gloria. Hold on, y'all. So I'm trying to see if there's a picture of the crispy chicken without the bun. I ate it once on the show here, remember? So it's very different to the European one. Because I know in Europe, well, I'm just trying to see. Crispy chicken McD without bun. Yeah, most people photograph it with a bun. And I'm trying to see. It's very rectangular. Yeah, okay, I can show you this one. This kind of gives you an idea of what it is. Because, okay, so this is a crispy chicken here. It's very different to the European one. And this is how the meat looks. It's like a triangle. It's always like a triangle. And if you order just that triangle of meat with the 2 or 3 slices of pickles, it's going to cost you like half the amount. Okay, wait, how do I Google it? Oh, I can just Google I have to go on the McDonald's website, don't I? Okay. McDonald's visit. How do I get there, y'all? Here it is. The crispy chicken fillet. Okay, so can I take a... And it comes, and okay, what is interesting, oh my God, it doesn't want to do, okay, so the bun is made out of potato. It's a potato roll. So this is the bun that the crispy chicken comes in. This is directly from the McDonald's website, by the way. And then the actual crispy chicken fillet, this is how it looks like. It's always a kind of a rectangle. Yeah. There you go. So anyway. Oh. Now we're gonna this was gonna, this was a little lighthearted. Well, we had some serious topics to talk about, but it was a lighthearted little show. And now we're gonna jump into the after show. But first, the after show today is exclusive to Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. So you got a couple of minutes to either join or renew your memberships or patronages, and we're gonna jump into the after show. But for now, I want to say thank you so much to our mods for keeping us safe today. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. That's Mahora, Audrey, Gloria, Kev, Nicole, and Terry. Bubbles loves you.
And thank you guys so much. And well, we got Linda right here, so let's do Listen Linda next. Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
And then we have, because yesterday we didn't do it, right? And then we have Live and Ferret.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
And then we got Dying Ferret.
I'm living ferret,
We got Live and Ferret again.
Living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
Waka waka.
Lying ferret, lying ferret, lying ferret, lying ferret, lying ferret.
And when is this Labubu craze going to come to an end? Next up is... But what are we best with? Oh, you know what? Let's do Charlie Wada for Gloria Empanada Recinos. Oh, I know Kentucky Camellia. Someone said the Labubu is demonic. Yep. Period. And then what are we best with? I know I'm obsessed with the movie that I saw yesterday that I'm going to review in the after show. Hit it, Bubbles.
I am obsessed.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh, oh.
And then, Baby Yoda, where are you? Oh, no. Baby Yoda was hit by a bag of Huggies. Predator Baby Yoda! Hit it.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
Particularly zesty today, Baby Yoda. Boy, oh boy, we have ourselves two consecutive days of streams, baby. We had one yesterday, and we had one today, and now we're going to have a third one, which is the after show. Hoping to see you all in the after show. But for everybody else, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to see you very soon in the next live stream. I hope you had fun today. Don't forget to thumb up the stream, subscribe, and never give up on love. For everybody else, Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, as Wendy Williams would say, grab a snack, come on back. We're going to see you all in the after show. Never give up on love. Bye.